Having a deep relationship with God is something every believer is designed to have, but it takes some practices. Hello, friend. By the end of this video, you'll have practical steps on how to grow your relationship with God. We'll cover those, but what a relationship is built on is time. See, trust, love, all these things take time to build, don't they? When I first met my wife in high school, I was infatuated with her. I thought she was beautiful, but love is something that took time. The same thing's true with God. See, all of these skills, these practices, these things we're going to cover today, talk about how to basically build quality and quantity time. Here they are. Number one, block out time. If you don't block out time, it's not going to happen. My wife and I go on a date once a week, regardless of what's going on, when it's on the schedule. See, times we've really struggled with it is times we haven't put it in the calendar. Hey, we need a date night this week. Yeah, we really do. And then the week goes by and it doesn't happen. But when we are going on a date on Saturday night, all of a sudden it happens. So same thing's true with our relationship with God. Actually, a little more so because He's not visually bugging you like your spouse is going to. But can you build in that block time that you're going to spend with Him? I block out 5:30 to 6 a.m. every morning. I also have alarms going off my phone. At noon, I am checking in with my Savior. At 5, at 8, there's different alarms going off on my phone. Sometimes it's to study the Word. Sometimes it's to pray. Sometimes it's to do a pause and reconnect because my soul is getting stirred up. But it's all blocked in. So block out that time. Number 2, pray. If you don't talk to someone ever, the relationship fades. You have to have a growing relationship by actually having a conversation. It's reminded me when I was younger, early on in high school, I was so shy. So shy. It was so hard to talk to someone. And then I would wonder why I didn't have a relationship with people. To build that relationship with God, you actually have to talk to Him. It doesn't really matter what you're talking to Him about. You can talk to Him about anything you want. What's on your heart? What's on your mind? What are you thinking about? What are the problems you're having? What are the dreams and hopes you have? Talk to Him. And here's the key part of a conversation. If you're doing all the talking, which I tend to do, and none of the listening, that's a really one-sided relationship. When you pray, yes, share, yes, talk, but also listen. It's been one of the most powerful things in my life is I'm a super verbal processor, but it's shutting that mouth and opening these ears and saying, God, would you speak to me? And just sitting and listening. At first, I felt like a crazy person when I started doing this, just sitting there blankly, thinking about all my problems. But over time, I could feel God just ministering to my heart and telling me what He thought of me. How we can build a relationship is by telling God and by listening to God. Number 3, study His Word. The Bible is God's inspired words. It's like a love letter to you. And the more we read it, the more we understand the character of God, who He is, how He thinks. See, God is the same God yesterday that He is today. And so when we read those words, we are getting closer to Him because we know more of who He is. And what is amazing that the Bible does that no other book can do is it speaks to you. It's alive for you. See, when you're studying the Word, when you're looking at it daily, God's going to do something really crazy. He's going to give you what you need when you need it. Like, I have read the Bible countless times, and each day it's like, wow, I didn't see that. Wow, I didn't remember that. Man, I'm going to try to apply this today. That's how we build relationship with Him, is by studying what He tells us. Number 4, pause and notice His presence. God is near to you right now. Are you aware of that? See, we can get spun up in our mind or really busy with our schedules. And we can get in this scurry thing, and we can forget to notice His presence. See, that's how the relationship kind of drifts throughout the day. Like, if you have a quiet time straight in the morning, You'll be feeling super connected to God. Doesn't take long to feel that separation. But here's the tricky thing. A lot of times we don't even notice that that's happened. So if you pause and check in with him, you'll kind of notice that that's going on. There's a verse that says, he is the vine, we are the branches. And apart from him, we can do nothing on our own. Like we unplug from him. It's our natural tendency. It's not something to feel shameful about, but that's just what happens throughout our days. We focus with our eyes on our problems, or it's loud around us, or something's bugging us, and we fixate on that and we stop seeing him. So pause and notice, are you checked in? The last one that will help you really grow in your relationship with God is spiritual disciplines. There's different spiritual disciplines we apply, and what we're doing there, what it's all about, is about growing that relationship. I talked about one of them, and it's like listening prayer. That's a spiritual practice. That's something that we grow in as we practice it. Another one is Sabbath. That one day a week we are setting aside a 24-hour block of time from paid and unpaid work to focus and worship our God through doing fun things that he wired you to do and seeing God in it, through stopping and eating and taking a moment and saying, God, thank you for these taste buds and this wonderful food that you gave us, by celebrating with community. That's what we do on Sabbath, and it's forming a relationship with him. There's another spiritual practice we can do. It's called fasting, and it's where we take a good thing, but not the greatest thing, and we take some time away from it to connect with God. And so if you want to know more what fasting is and how you can apply it to your life, watch this video right here. I know it'll really help you.